Today we've got a pretty unique video. So we're doing kind of a recovery right now. Guy got a hold of me, his Ford Flex took a rock to the bottom of the radiator, sounds like. We're on a fairly main Forest Service road. So we're gonna be just flat towing this, which we've got probably like 25 kilometers to go. We gotta go up past Shoot Lake Lodge, all the way down the KVR and down the other Forest Service road, which is very rough. And that's why we didn't bring the truck and trailer here and just load it up, because would have, yeah, not been good for our mental health. So we got the Jeep. Ryan's just checking it out. We'll hook up a Yankum and tow him back a long ways. And then the second one isn't really a recovery because we don't know where the vehicle is. We got a call to go search for a van. Kind of an interesting story. I'll fill you in on the way to that one, or maybe while I'm dragging him for an hour and a half. So he definitely took a hit on the bumper, broke the bumper and kind of moved the fog light. Just looking for a spot to hook up. It's going to be low, so we'll use the old Yankum because there's going to be some gravel dragage on this one. So the battery is dead, so I just have to hook up jumper cables to put the windows down because we can't run it. Can't remember if I mentioned, but yeah, got no coolant in it because he took out the bottom of the rad. So windows down, and we need power to release it from park. But we're on a very steep hill, so he's just putting some rocks behind the wheel. Use the e-brake. Hopefully it holds and doesn't end up down there in the lake. Just getting the poor old faded Yankum hooked up. That sucker has done, oh man, it's probably got 1,000 hits on that thing. Keeps on going. I'm just turning around at the corner so I don't get smoked. Get it hooked up. Got Charlie along for backup. He's barking at people and dumping water on the seat and eating snacks. So that's a good boy, buddy. You're doing good. We're hooked up. Yep. Enjoy your journey. Yeah. I'll turn off my AC too, just so we can be in it together.
Just so I feel better?
Yeah. I am not going to turn off my AC. It will be on high. I lied to him. Got the Kenwood radios though. He's got the handheld, as you can hear. Throw that unit on the back. I can see the rope, so we can communicate. Hey, Charlie. There's a 30-footer on there. Okay, 25 or so K to go. Well, 3 kilometers in, so far so good. Are almost at the lodge, probably another 2 kilometers. He definitely doesn't have the best brakes. Obviously you never do when the car is not running, but sometimes they're better than others, and this is the other. So thankfully it's all uphill to the lodge, and then the railway is obviously flat. It's actually flat or uphill 1 or 2% this way. But at the end there is about 8 kilometers of downhill, so we will be hooking to the back of him. We were just gonna let him kind of go do his thing, but A, the brakes will get very hot because it's all downhill, and B, with them being not very good, that wouldn't be smart. So it's got a hitch. I'll hook to the back and we'll play it safe like we always do. Made it to the lodge at least. If you haven't checked out Shoot Lake Lodge and you're in the area, be sure to do that and check out my toilet over there. Name right on it. Oh, and they got some big bouncy pillow thing for kids now too, and a big chair, and a lake, and those guys. If only this was as smooth as it looks on camera, but it is not. It's pretty much potholes and roughness the whole way. So we're going to be going about this speed, unfortunately, which is not fast. Okay, still rough, going even slower. Trying to avoid the giant boulders so that we don't also take out an oil pan. Update, we're still going, and it's a kilometer a lot, but at least we got a view now. And just like that, after the blink of an eye basically, if your blink takes an hour and a half, we are at the turn to go downhill, 16K. So 8 to go, we'll switch the rope around, and a lot of downhill and hot brakes. So I'm just on a slight downhill so the e-brake can hold it. We'll switch to the back, and then downhill. And it's all downhill. Well, there's about 400 meters of uphill at the very bottom. Oh, how was the ride? That was bumpy. Hooked up. The old trusty still. Gonna start in low range, hold them back gears a bit. Got him. Oh, we were just talking about how it's so much better having kinetics instead of toe straps or chains. That would have just broken both of our necks. We're unhooking here because large uphill there. There's a very, very small chance of him making it, but worth a shot. Steep hill here, but sharp right-hander where he's gonna scrub a lot of speed. One uphill, slight downhill, and then a big uphill. All right, pull up the 70-foot hill and that's it. Well, and then we unhook and he can coast to the bottom for 2 kilometers. And that's the pull. All right, load it up. Able to do it nice and easy on the downhill. Didn't even need to winch it on. So we're dropping it like 4K down the hill, and then we'll be on to the next. We got it down. You fired it up, and we're gonna unload it right here. And the shop is right there. So easy peasy. Perfect. Done deal. Money. All right, on to the next. All right, so the next one, like I said, very unique. I received a message on the business Facebook page last night from a girl saying that her mom lost the van. Apparently she completely blacked out for the last 14 hours, or the 14 hours prior to when she messaged me, and does not remember a single thing, and that includes where she left the van. So they were up the mountain camping, and then she left at night, so it was dark. So they think she kept driving up the mountain and is somewhere, we think, about 40, 45 kilometers up the mountain. So somebody came across her on foot, or they were in their car, she was on foot. So they believe she ran out of gas and started walking, which there is hundreds of kilometers of Forest Service roads up there, but at least we have a pin drop for where this guy found her and picked her up in his truck. but they don't know how long she was walking for before that because she doesn't remember anything. So not sure what the details are around that, if she's got dementia or if this is normal or out of character, doesn't matter. They want to find the van. Her dad has already looked for 8 hours, driving all around the Forest Service roads, couldn't find it. They think maybe she might have tucked it in the trees, thinking she'd hide it. Not sure. So my brother-in-law is a pilot. He's up in his plane right now, kind of flying around the area, because when you're obviously down on the ground, you can only see what's in front of you, hoping he catches a glimpse of something and gives us an idea of where it is. The van's silver. Could be better color for sure. Bright red would be nice. Could be worse. But anyways, I'm going to meet Ryan back at his place. He's dropped the truck, getting his Jeep, coming back, blah, blah, blah. We're both going to hop in here. We were going to take both Jeeps so that we could cover more ground. But if we find the van, one of us needs to drive it down because we don't want to come back to town like 40, 50K and then back up, get it, bring it back down. She thinks it's probably out of gas, so we need to take gas up with us. It's a whole thing. So am I confident we're going to find it? No. But we'll go give it a shot, help them out. They're obviously stressed. It's a 2015, I believe, minivan. So they want their car back. They don't want it to get wrecked. So we're going to go give them a hand, see what we can do, see if we can find them. Hopefully Ty can spot them from the air. Hopefully we can get this thing back to them. Update. I know it's been a few seconds for you, but it's been about 30 or 40 minutes for me. And my brother-in-law said that he found a pickup truck that's silver by a lake, but not a minivan. And weather is rolling in, and he's just in like a bush plane, very light and small. So they're having to call it a day, head back. So with no new intel, we're still heading up the mountain. Update. We have driven, well, 30K up kind of the main road, probably 35K. So we're kind of within 5K of where the guy found her and picked her up. We're taking this road that kind of loops a different way than the main did, but it's not looking very well traveled. Unfortunately, it poured rain last night, so it would have covered up any tracks. But yeah, obviously a not very well traveled road. In a couple of the spots where there was intersections or multiple side roads, we decided to put the drone up to cover a lot more area in a lot shorter time. So I think I already mentioned that the husband was out here searching for 8 hours. I have definitely done quite a few searches now for vehicles, usually with people involved. And I kind of like to always search the obscure roads or ones that wouldn't be obvious, especially in this situation, because we know that she likely wasn't thinking straight. So you're not necessarily making rational decisions. It's dark. She was probably scared, and then you're just not thinking straight anyways. So we are going to see this kind of not obvious road through, since it links up to where she was found. And then we'll carry on from there. I don't know if you can see, but big rocks sticking through, puddles everywhere, which probably weren't here when she came through. Which I wish they were, because then we could see tire tracks in the mud, but yeah. See, not much for tracks. Yeah, I mean, there's all these kind of down trees, which makes me doubt she came through here, but you never know. All right, update. We've been cruising the trails for about an hour. The daughter just texted and said a little bit of an update. She had a stroke of some sort, so she's at the hospital right now. The mom is. And yeah, her dad's, the lady's husband, is losing his mind because she's in hospital. Their van is somewhere up the mountain here. and no idea where it is, so they're stressed. Yeah, so that is why she doesn't remember the last 14 hours. She left the campsite at 1 a.m. and the guy came across her up here at 9 a.m. So 8 hours unaccounted for. She was supposed to be heading home, so they didn't think anything of it. So yeah, alone in her van in the middle of the night, 40, 50K from pavement, terrifying. So we really want to find this thing now. Yeah, that one tugs at the heartstrings. You think if it was your mom or whatever. So we are going to search until we find it. I mean, the grass is kind of pressed down, but that's probably from 4x4s and quads and stuff. Well, we came around a corner. We were just talking about how we don't think it was on this road, but when we're doing searches, we like to check the roads that others wouldn't check because they're too tight or there's too many logs down or whatever. She made it through a lot of stuff. There was small creeks, deactivations, logs. Anyway, I'll shut up, I'll show you the van. So just like I figured, she'd be stuck, and that's why she was out walking. So she tried to make it through this deactivation, had to back up, slid into the ditch, got stuck, and started walking that way, which we're about 1 kilometer from where the guy picked her up. What's the verdict?
We are good to go. Runs is a little bit low on fuel, so we will need to fill it up, but other than that, seems in good shape.
All right, I mean, we should probably go out the way we came in then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So she went in there. Looks like maybe got stuck a bit, or...
Yeah, like I can see her tire track like right down here. So she was trying to stay on the better side for sure, but...
Yeah, backed out, and I mean, the tires are just factory,
yeah,
you know, Summers, so...
Racing slicks basically for this stuff.
But like, what she came through to get here, like we were just talking, like no way she came this way, like
yep,
around logs, through ditches, like
yeah.
Wow. Oh, I'm so stoked.
Yeah, this is awesome.
We're just over 1 kilometer from where she was found, and the dad searched for 8 hours, but probably didn't even come down here because there's probably another deactivation ahead, and he's like, there's no way she would have crossed. But we came in from the other side, and I mean, still, we were talking, yep. No way she's here, but we'll drive it anyway, and sure enough. And it, I mean, this side's not damaged, the bumpers aren't ripped off,
yeah,
the other side might have a couple scratches, but...
Yeah, she's tucked into the trees pretty tight down there, but I mean...
Nothing major. We'll maybe give it a little pull out of there so you don't scratch it too bad, or pull forward to the right and then maybe pull it over, or maybe you can wiggle it out.
Kind of see what I can do, if I can just kind of wiggle it up and over. And
I'm hoping it's only low on gas because you're at an angle too.
Yep.
Try to go turn hard driver and back up. High centered a bit. Okay. Straighten out. Right there. Okay, go forward just 6 inches. Kind of back again. Yeah, right there. That's okay. Go see if you can go forward a bit more. Yeah, probably exactly what she was doing. Oh man, that should have been so terrifying for her. Up here alone. Kind of high centered, long ways, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just throw a strap on the back, pull it out. Won't take much to pull it.
No, there's not a whole lot. There's another one of those big control arms with the coil bucket in it and everything, and the shock that's attached up front here.
So they're independent now.
And then the exhaust and everything is right in the way here too.
Yep. And there's nothing right in the middle, like no little tow hook thing amongst the flowers.
Not really.
kind of thinking J-hook in the wheel. Yeah. Grab one of those holes. Like, it's not going to take much. Just pop the back end over a bit. Yeah. So we'll do that to my passenger side. We're just hooking up the J-hook to the wheel. They're steel wheels, so I'll try and pull the back over. Ryan will steer full driver side. Do a bit of a crab walk out. There is the big rock she was hung up on. That was the problem. All right, smooth sailing now. All right, got her turned around. We are heading down, record time. Just doing a little light wheeling in the old minivan. Keep in mind, when she was up here, it was, after 1 a.m., 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It was 8 hours unaccounted for. I know I was a little bit light on the filming coming up to this one, but we were just trying to get here the quickest we could, not worry about filming, race daylight, all that, because we really wanted to find this thing and get it back to them. So at least it's one less thing for them to stress about when mom's in the hospital and dealing with all that. The last thing you want to worry about is your vehicle being stuck up the mountain. And I'm sure they want to use the vehicle for back and forth to the hospital and all that. So very excited for many reasons. Oh, I can't tell you how excited we are that we found this. I obviously had, keep the hopes up. But did I think we'd find it tonight? A little skeptical. We were both prepared to come back and spend all day tomorrow in 2 Jeeps, kind of splitting up looking for it if we had to. Also had a friend of a friend that was willing to use his helicopter to do some searching. So we were gonna find this sucker one way or another, because knowing it's on this mountain, there's no way we weren't gonna find it. But this is even better. Ryan's cruising, we're both stoked. The van still had a 1/4 tank of gas, so that should make it to town. Things are looking good. And some beautiful views on the way down. There is just dozens and dozens of kilometers of this. I know you can't tell, it looks pretty smooth, but rough, rocky road with potholes and rain ruts. And minivans, man, they're impressive. I keep telling you. That's where I pulled the Jeep out of a couple weeks ago. That is a good sight to see. 8 o'clock. We're coming down the last few kilometers into town. There's the lake. There's Kelowna. Pumped. And just like that, we are back to pavement. Stoked. Nope, no flat tires, no problems.
Nope, good to go. Good ending.
Let's go drop this puppy off. Hey, look at that. Top. Real quick before I end this video, first of all, if you made it to this point, thank you so much for watching the whole thing through, especially since there was some missing clips. I lost the card or deleted the card. I don't know what happened, but lost those clips. Second, it's a couple weeks later now, and I checked in, and the owner of the van, the lady that was in the hospital, is doing just fine. She's back home, so that's good news. And third of all, we did not charge anything to do this. We were just kind of worried sick about it, and the last thing we wanted to do is hit them with a bill when they're going through all of this. And we would love to continue to do stuff like this. So you guys watching to the end, sharing these videos, hitting the like, leaving a comment, all really does help. So thank you guys. We appreciate you. Until next time, thanks for watching.